Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Hi, QT. Hi, Vici. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Sparkle. Hi, Slender. I see people are coming in. How's it going? Hi, Carla. What are we up to today? I know Binary is live right now. I get it. I went live exactly at the same time as him, but I did say I was going to go live today, so here I am. So I'm just waiting to see who else will show up. Triple in first. And this is an open panel because this is just the chat sector. This is a place where we can all chat, clown, roast, wherever, as long as it's not inappropriate. Let me pull up my disclaimer. Hold on real fast. And I am new to this, so bear with me. Can you see my disclaimer? Can anyone see my disclaimer? Hey, a brother of a certain age. Oh, I'm good. Just sitting here on a Saturday. I decided to go live for everybody. Hey, Nikki. No one's able to see my disclaimer. Oh man. Okay, give me a moment. Let me find my disclaimer. Well, I guess I'll leave it like this then. It'll show up. Eventually when I get used to StreamYard, it'll show up. So, how is everyone going? How is everything going? How's everybody's Thanksgiving? I know we got a small little crowd here because Binary has gone live at the same time. I decided to go live, but it's all good. Oh, it's going good, Carla. Okay, that's good. That's good. Hey, Miss VSNC09, which I called Miss N. What I call you, MSNBC? All right. Well, I did drop the link if someone wants to come on the panel and ask me anything because as you guys can see, I spend a lot of time in the comments, in the chat, and that's the whole point of the chat sector. And the reason why I spend a lot of time in the comments is because that's where I like to be. So I decided to why not go live and why not create a channel just for people who want to chat? Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Let me see your transcripts. I appreciate that. All right. That's my disclaimer for now. Okay. Because we have a good crowd here. So you guys understand what my disclaimer is. You guys get the point of the disclaimer. You know, as long as we're being respectful, it's all good.
Not blah
Hey,
blah blah
Nikki.
blah blah. Girl, I am done with you. Not blah blah blah. Girl, shut this down now.
That is my disclaimer. Um,
I am so done with you.
oh, here come. Hey, Carrie.
Hey, Josephine. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Carrie, Ann, do you see this disclaimer? Like,
Yeah,
I
I love
swear
it
I'm
so
feeling
much.
Yes,
Yes.
this is my disclaimer. This channel is just about just us, getting along, just chopping
it.
it up, playing around in the chat.
Like I can't. Girl, I am done with you. Not blah blah blah. Girl, shut this. Wait, who else joined us?
Carla Martin. Hey, Carla.
Hey, Carla.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing,
Good.
babies?
Carla's my girl. Carla,
How
where
you
you
doing?
been?
Girl, I've been cooking, I've been shopping. What haven't I been doing?
You have not been in the chat, girl. They trying to assassinate my character.
Girl, and you know I'm not having none of that.
Question my virtue.
None of it. It's not
And
going
nobody wants
down.
my money anymore.
Well, don't give them niggas no money.
I
Shit.
ain't giving them shit.
Um,
I don't even have
I'll
debt
take your
to
money.
give.
Yeah, we give it to Josephine. Shit.
Well, no,
That was
Carrie.
me.
You
That was
already know
Gary.
I'm donating to your students thing. I don't know. Maybe you could start a closet or a pantry for your
You know, I don't
students or
want to
what
mix
have
my
you.
two lives. Yeah, that was the one and done for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey
Yeah.
Carrie, how you doing, baby? You've been taking a beating.
Oh, have I?
Well, from
She
what
didn't
I've been
know.
watching, but I've been letting them know, I'm like, yeah, that video was trash.
What video?
Girl,
I
you
guess
know
you're
the
talking about
video.
stars. Your diss video.
Oh,
Like
her little song. I thought it was cute.
Well,
everybody making music about you, Carrie Ann. We need a music sector.
I know I was about to say how I'm taking a beat, and I feel like the bell
no,
of the
but wait a
ball.
minute. Germ was good. Germs was real good. I like that much better than that shit Bomb Gay did.
Wait, Germ got one too?
Yeah, he did one on a remix. He did a remix with the visuals. It was bomb. It was real good. But it wasn't a
Was it
diss
about
to
me?
you, Carrie. It wasn't a diss, baby. It wasn't.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah.
She said, "Oh, I don't
It's
care."
all good. I don't care. Yeah.
But listen, Josephine, girl, I
Hey.
love your voice so
Me
much.
too.
Oh, you just be like, okay, y'all, we gonna be all right, sis.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna be all right over here in the chat sector. So I just wonder who is going to come over and visit me. So I'm glad that you guys showed up. I'm glad that you guys came because I know it's a Saturday. You
Mhm.
guys could be anywhere. You guys could be hanging out with the fellas, but you guys chose to hang out with me, and I'm happy about that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, indeed.
we're a little over some things.
Yeah,
I'm
some
definitely happy
things
to
just
see
ain't
you.
like they used to be, especially if they broken.
That's funny. Yeah. But no, very, very proud of you, Josephine.
Same.
One of these days I might step out there. I mean, when Carrie Ann first started going live, I mean, she's gotten better at it. She's switching up and
Yes.
whatnot. I said, oh, no, she ain't on the ones and twos. Cutting and scratching. You know what I'm saying? She's taking us to different scenes and whatnot.
Right. The book
Oh,
club
yeah.
and the writing project, that was excellent, I thought.
Right, and she's done it all without doxing herself. Remember, she said she wouldn't open up Microsoft Office Word because she was afraid she might dox.
I be in
Girl,
Google
and
Docs, right?
you better know it. But the reason I just wanted to pop in, y'all, is to let y'all know that I appreciate Josephine's savvy and her sophistication and her knowledge of the sector to come in with the chat, okay? Because I don't know who these people think they are with these content creators that just be rehashing everything. But if it wasn't for the sector, where would you be, baby?
Right. Yeah, and you know what? I enjoy being in all the chats, and I've visited so many chats in the sector. There's some I just only viewed. There's some I dropped down in, and then I'm just so random. So I was like,
no, but you're
what?
truthful. You're truthful. That's what I love about you, and you are knowledgeable about the content.
Well,
And
and
they
the girl
want to
is
just.
funny.
Well, it is funny. I get a kick out of it. I love Slender. I'm on the fence with Binary right now because he got the Owl Show going on. That's just not going to work for me. But, y'all know me. I don't drop down often, but I'm always in the cloud. And I'm always like, these people saying, well, if you don't like it, go somewhere else. Hey, you ain't said nothing but a word.
Word, girl, man. Right.
I'll be like, baby,
girl,
let me let you know something.
Well, we can always make it the Josephine show with all the
Yes,
ladies.
I love that. I love it.
With all the women over
Yeah.
here, and then we can get all the men in our chat. You know what I mean? Like
I
let them
feel
enjoy
you.
us.
I'm totally feeling you on that.
Yeah, under our time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if
Except for these
Josephine
ninjas
wasn't so
out there
clumsy,
trying to go after sisters and stuff like that, gonna bombard some sisters, and y'all got me mixed up. That's not
some
my
of these ladies
speed.
in the sector know they love to confront a woman.
Go after sisters and stuff like that, gonna bombard some sisters, and y'all got
I
me
think
mixed
that's Sparkle echoing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
but
Miss
that's funny
Sparkle.
because if Josephine wasn't so clumsy, because she's always saying, "Oh, look, y'all, I fell out the sky."
I love her. I just love me some Josephine.
I feel like
Absolutely.
Josephine
Can
is
y'all hear
the
me?
only one who can
Yeah, we can hear you, Miss Marco.
Okay, is there echo?
No,
No.
not anymore.
Okay. How y'all doing? Hey.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, listen, Josephine will fall out the clouds and start her own conversation, and I just join in. I'm like, okay, well, let's see what she's talking about.
yeah, because she's always on point and she takes it over. So I'm like, y'all talking about y'all don't need a chat. I don't know what world y'all living in.
Oh yeah, I do know how to make moderators. But so far, like everything is like good. So I will go to that part to add moderators. I just haven't gotten to that part yet.
No, you're doing fine, baby. Take your time.
But I can block. I can multitask my ass off. So
But hey, Sparkle.
Hey,
How you doing, Mama?
Good. I'm doing good. I'm about to order some hibachi.
What?
Ooh,
I'm so
order
hating
it.
on you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
not
that the
cooking.
other week. I was so disappointed. Like, this not hibachi, it's just meat at this point.
Yeah. My kids want some. My daughter, she wants some sushi. So
She tired of the Thanksgiving.
Oh wow! I wish I could join y'all.
Yeah. Well, I was just coming to say hello and congratulations, Josephine.
Oh, thank you for coming up. I hope to see you more often.
Yes, I will.
And you better come up when I go live, Miss. Don't
I
be
will.
hating
I'll
on
come
me.
on your live too.
I will too.
And you too, Carla. I'm not playing with you.
No, I'm not playing with you. I don't even have it. Is it just Miss Sparkle or is it another name?
No, this is Nikki talking.
Oh, Nikki, you know I got you. Don't even try me on that one.
Don't even try you.
Don't even.
Okay, I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay.
Bye, Sparkle.
Bye, Sparkle. Nikki, girl, you didn't cuss out so many people on this thing. I'll be like, no, we're not gonna do
I don't
that.
curse people out. I just say what I had to say to reach.
No, you put them in their place. You put them in their place.
I don't even try to do that. Like, only God can do that. I was like, if God hadn't shown you what your place is, then shit, damn me.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do what good Lord can't do for you.
Yeah. And what was
But I will show you some direction, like go that way.
So what was you gonna say earlier, Carrie? I missed that. I thought you were gonna say something.
Oh, thanks, Josephine. Yeah, I was just saying how I feel like you're the only person in history that could like effectively convey sarcasm through text.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's so good.
She's
She
so
is
good.
so
Girl, you're
good.
a good writer. Yeah, I hope to see you in the next writing contest.
Well, that was kind of short. Look, I had a little poem, but it was inappropriate.
Well, this next one's gonna be more open. It's gonna be more open.
Hi, honey. Oh, honeybee's here. Hey.
Oh, hey, honeybee.
Hey, honeybee.
Oh, I love that woman.
Hey, Brian.
Absolutely. Hey, Brian. Hey, Slander, and everybody else. What's good? What's good, Max?
Y'all hit the like button.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
y'all catch me up on some of the gossip. I've been a little bit checked out the past few days. Has what's going on with the remix situation? Has he apologized to Nikki? Is he going?
I have no idea. I didn't even listen to it.
But the last I heard, he made a fool out of himself, and then there were rats, and there was just a lot going on with remix. Has anybody checked in on him to see if he okay?
I haven't.
All I have to say is rat-a-tat-tat. That's all I have to say.
And I'm just here so I won't get fired.
Josephine is low key, high key.
Again, I'm through with that situation. I'm through with, again, I don't force myself on anybody. I don't go anywhere where I'm not welcome.
Right.
I don't ever get that bored in life where I have to follow up, and show up where I'm not welcome.
Right.
I mean,
or dip down. You don't have to dip down either.
Well, has he shown his face since then?
I missed it.
You remember he was in Iz's comments last night. Remember, I'm a fake person.
Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, he's still girl. Okay. So I was just wondering how that was going. Okay, I'll keep my eye on it.
It ain't going nowhere because it's irrelevant. He's not relevant to what we trying to do in the sister circle over here.
Well, I can't believe that he treated Nikki like that. He just must be out his rabbit ass mind. I'm just so I just do he feel stupid yet? No, he still don't. Okay. All right.
Girl, there's a bunch of them like that.
All I know,
I've never seen a nigga jump out the window like that.
all I know is somebody was trying to give somebody else's penis that already was getting penis, so it didn't make no sense to me. So that's all I have to
say. Is that what the story was?
He was like on D Darrell's dick. Like that nigga was fucking having a psychotic break. What the fuck? Wait a minute.
What I love about Josephine is she make it plain.
And nobody.
Well, I tell you what, that's the first time in my life I ever felt like I had been passed around. Most of the time I pass around.
I'm so glad I didn't hear it. I am so glad I didn't hear that shit because I would have been off the chain and they would have swore I was a crackhead because I would have been crunk. If I heard that
it doesn't matter. It's not that serious. It is what it is. It's whatever. Again, I'm not lonely.
Well, all I know is, rat, are you trying to say?
Keep it black for me.
Because rat now, I ain't got nothing else to say about that. So
we know how you roll.
I mean, when a nigga throw a tantrum and get to throwing away relationship, I mean, you just so angry that you just gonna throw away your whole show. Like, all right,
I'm gonna blame that on you, Carrie Ann. Because had you not been doing all that sex talk,
right? Blame the woman, right? Just like TMK and Scarlett bitch ass. If you hadn't have been such a whore.
Wait. Spottom's here. I only started the live so I can be very sensitive. Because
no, not the sensitivity.
I need attention.
Right, but all that stuff is like be a man. she started all of that, so because you won't talk about something else, that's why I had to be get a verbal lashing.
Well,
who? Oh, you mean from girl? That shit. I mean, but what was the whole D Darrell thing?
Girl, nothing but hypocrisy. They want to define hypocrisy. Shit, I want to let them know what hypocrisy was. I done seen that shit from the beginning, and that is the peak of hypocrisy.
But so since we mentioned hypocrisy, can y'all just understand that in the chat moving forward, if y'all see the person stop hypocrisy, that is Rev G.
Yeah.
Girl, I ain't never watched that man's channel.
You know, Young Pharaoh has 27 jobs and 27 personality and 33 vertebrae, and so does Rev G.
These niggas be wanting to argue with women so bad.
Nikki crazy.
I mean, well, he might have 34 vertebrae. We know he don't have 32 teeth. We do know that for
sure. Girl. Okay,
Nikki crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't get along with a tooth fairy growing up. So when you piss her off, she will take your permanent teeth, okay?
Girl,
right?
Those teeth are I mean, his teeth should get a sector award.
I have never seen him. I have never seen him, y'all. And then I popped in on one show. I don't know. I popped in on a couple of shows because I can't stand him or Smoke, right?
Yeah, Smoke don't have his fronts either. So you know, both of them been fighting each other over the tooth fairy. No, he don't have his fronts.
Girl, listen. I popped in on Ghost when he was trying to say, I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm like, nigga. If you don't shut the hell up. And I have never seen a picture of him. And he's like, who is this lady? Who's this? Don't worry about who this lady is. This lady is talking to you.
With all of her teeth, nigga.
Okay. And a teeny weeny afro.
Like 32 teeth do matter. But I guess you would have to have them to understand the importance of them. I don't know. Maybe he never had them. I don't know.
Girl, they got too many kids for me. And then he had the nerve to come. I popped in on him on another show, and he said, "You're not gonna put me to sleep like you put Smoke to sleep." I popped in on Remix, y'all. Listen, I had me a good night, okay, with my friend, and I was up making breakfast. And I said, boop, boop, boop. Let me see what my people doing. I popped on, and it was Remix, and he had him on there. He had Smoke on there, and I had been waiting to get his ass because the only one had been blocking me for months. All right, so I popped in there. I said,
"Not Shim,
girl, sure him. Wait a minute,
not Sir Ma'am.
Wait a minute." So I popped in. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Not Big Brister.
Girl, stop. Would you listen?
What did Max call? What did Max call one of them? Mark Henry, Ryan Leslie. What is it?
Mark Henry. Girl, listen.
Not old Big Back.
The triple X Big Back. Wait a minute. Them baby back ribs on triple. Okay. But I popped in on him and I was up cooking the man breakfast and we had a glorious night. You feel me? And I'm an older woman, but you know, hey, ain't nothing that the fire ain't out, okay?
But Carla, listen, he called me elderly. So I'm elderly and I'm ugly. But you got Miss Big Back over there. Like, what?
Girl, triple X Big Back.
Do your eyes work, nigga? Like, do you just walk around with a stick?
Girl, please, that honey. But I popped in and I asked him, I said,
and I got all my teeth, damn it.
I don't think I asked him was
I got an original set.
Why do you think I asked him? This is a question I asked him. I said, well, why do you think and I came in like normal voice. I wasn't like loud Carla, what the kids call me, crunk Carla, or they call me Carlito when I really get crunk. But anyway, I came in and smiled, Carla. I said, the only thing I want to ask you, Smoke, is why do you think anybody cares about you going up to the school saying Umar? Girl, he called me all kind of bitches and I went the fuck off.
That's because he can't go to a job and see nobody.
He accused me of chanting because I could go to bed. He said, oh, he got scared. He said, she's chanting. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't know nothing about no fucking voodoo. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Again, he can't go to a job and see nobody.
Girl, and then his friend Ghost with all them 20,000, 11 kids he got. He gonna tell me, you ain't gonna put me to sleep like you put Smoke to sleep. I didn't put Smoke to sleep. That motherfucker was scared because I kept saying, go to bed, go to sleep, go lay down, go lay down.
He needs to go take a nap up under hill. That's what he needs to do.
They so confused. But I am I just wanted to hop in, y'all. I'm not going to dominate or nothing like that. I just wanted to come in and show Josephine my support. She is the queen of the chat, and long live the chat sector, because without the chat sectors, these niggas going to starve.
I know that's right. And Josephine, exactly. I'm going to hop down too again. I didn't come up to dominate. I have talked enough this entire week, and I'm tired of Miss Bitch getting content off of what the fuck I say, because she don't have a brain for herself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She does get a lot of content from you.
Well, we got you, Nikki. We got you, baby.
I appreciate you, Carl. I got you too, boo.
All right now. Have a good one, y'all.
All right, bye. All right. Well, that was the beginning of all of us. So I hope to see more of us in here. I know that, like I said, Binaries went live, and he probably got all the little men's over there watching Eyes' video. I hope he don't get flagged for that, though. I hope he don't get flagged. Let me see. Oh, he's still talking about Al. See, that's the subject, Al. Why won't Al come over here? I'll tell you why. If I see Al in my comments, he's getting blocked. But because we don't need Al for content. Okay, we don't need Al to talk about
nothing.
To nothing. We don't need him coming up here. First of all, he ignores me now since he lied on me. So there's no sense for him. No, well, unless he's trying to get with Smurfette.
If you wear mom jeans and your mama's belt, we don't want you over here.
Yeah. Well, if he's trying to get with Smurfette, if Smurfette comes over here, he might come over here. So.
Oh, Lord, Carrie Ann left me too. Damn, Carrie Ann.
Yeah, Carrie Ann, she just disappeared.
I know. Like, again, if you wear mom jeans and your mama's belt, then we don't want you over here. We need you to be all in man's clothing.
But have you guys noticed he's disappeared since this whole thing has started? He's nowhere to be found. You notice that? He's nowhere to be found. He hasn't came on anybody's panel to defend himself. He hasn't showed up anywhere.
Let's see. He said it's not about Al. It's about picking apart what was said about him. He's not happy with Nikki and Carrie Ann right now, so I hope this ends soon. It's already ended because I don't give a shit. But no, Slander said Al's not coming over here because there's no ramps. So we're going to make sure that we do, we don't have any ramps over here.
That is correct. That is correct. So anyway, so anybody want to come up? QT, you want to come up?
Sparkle said, who is Smurfette?
Sparkle. We're going to leave it to the imagination.
La 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 la. La 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 la. I might see if I can find somebody to put that over a go-go beat for me. La 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 la.
Oh yeah. You know what? The next time I'll probably play that.
La 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 la. That's pretty dope. I might coordinate a two-step to that. Hey, la 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 la.
I just think that Al got really comfortable with dissing people in the sector. So, but the thing about it is, he I guess now that his mission is over, he's gone because he had a mission. Oh, here comes Carrie. Let me let her back. There she go. Welcome back, Carrie.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So yeah, Al is not going to explain himself because nobody's going to make him. He doesn't have to explain himself. He can come up here and criticize and degrade every woman, every professional, everybody who doesn't. The only people he doesn't insult are people who also hate on me, who are also just as whack as him, like Scarlett. So he doesn't have to explain himself. Yeah, he can degrade everybody, but look at how fast these niggas jump up the cape for him, and how Al gonna talk about them all them like some fucking worthless dogs and criminals, but these niggas will cape for his ass. It's amazing.
Yeah, Glorian, you can come up.
Oh, and
as long as you're being good, Glorian.
QT, he might be upset about what I said to him because I don't talk about people. Everything I say to the people.
Hey, Vida, welcome back.
Absolutely. Hey, Vita V.
You know who we're missing? YM. She wanted me to go live next Saturday because I know she probably wasn't going to be available this Saturday. So I'll catch you next week.
This year in the sector, we had a few new women post content and lives for the first time. Myself, YM, Josephine. So that's good. I hope we have more and more women joining in.
Oh, and let me show my disclaimer.
I posted something.
Oh yeah, Nikki, I'm sorry. Sure did. Yeah, sure did. First timer too. Yeah. Hey, Gloria.
And don't forget to look at my disclaimer. Whoever comes in, thank you. That's my disclaimer.
Yes, that blah 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 blah
blah blah blah blah. Hey, ladies, how you guys doing?
Hey, Glow.
Hey, Gloria.
Hey, how y'all doing up here?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sweetie.
No, I was saying this is the first time I've gone live, so.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't sure about. I had planned on going live earlier today. No, I kept playing. I said, look, I'm going to go live. Then I went to the store. Then I was like, I'm going to go live. I'm going to do it. So I finally made it. But what's up, Gloria?
Yeah, you're in the big leagues now. All right, now. Turn a little Hollywood. You know what? I said I was gonna be good. See, that's why I don't stay on the panels too long, because I don't trust myself. I start acting up, and then the next thing I know, I got 10 videos about me. So
no, it's like she ain't done with me yet. So you got about a good 2 days.
That's true.
I might make it. I might make it.
You're headed for big things.
Yeah, I think I'm superly blocked over there. I think I can block them out real easily. So yeah, I don't have I troll, but
I'm blocked over there too, but it ain't stopping her from mentioning my name.
But check this out. Do you guys? I don't know if Gloria remember or QT. Do you guys remember the first live I ever went on? You guys don't remember, huh?
I thought it was Max. But
I thought it was Max too.
Do you guys know I was the first person that actually went on one of the first few people that actually went on Smoke's Live?
Yeah.
Actually. And do you guys remember why? So it was around this time that those lives are gone, but nobody really remembers I was there. I came up on the panel because he had the deep throat one on the panel, and
Raccoon Retro. I'm sorry, let me mute.
Yeah, and she was up there lying about something that I said how do you know all that information? Because that information ain't on the internet. And then I remember he hardly had any views. And then I looked down, he had 90 people viewing after that. But nobody remembers that was me that came up on the panel that day in the beginning.
And you know what? See, and for me, this is what I try to. I'm glad Max is here too to hear this, because I just want Max to know if he ever hears, or just, I always have to make a disclaimer about, everybody likes to say, I come from Max, because they have to have a reason to drag me from when they was dragging Max back then, right? So it's like, no, that's not where I come from, but I was put on to Max. So this is the point that I was going to make. I probably missed that because of other things people get twisted. I wasn't a day one with smoke.
Yep, me
Okay.
neither. Me neither.
Yeah, because it was like we knew what was going on and how it was coming about because we were on Max's channel. So for me, and I've said this before, I was like, yeah, I'm probably not. It's probably not gonna be my thing, because of his get down, and I thought it was just gonna be about smoking, right? So I was like, I probably won't get into that.
And I
And
never went over there at all.
oh, okay. And see,
Yeah.
when Max was down, even he was down for maybe a good 2 weeks or so, probably longer, meaning by the time I went, yeah, it had to be longer than that. Yeah, before I finally went over there, it might have been like a month later, before I finally went. And then me getting on panel, it was because I was filling out the ladies' night thing. I was like, okay, these ladies, they sound pretty cool, you know what I mean? And if it was something interesting, that's how I like got to the channel, but I never stayed around like that. So it is it is a trip where people go out what I should know and all that. I'm like, well, I wasn't in it all like that because
Yeah.
I would touch down over there, bounce out. If Max once Max started going back live, I went back to Max. I was always hopping between Max, Black, and the beef sector and the conscious quote unquote community, right? And then Black YouTube. I was always hopping around. So
See me, I was gonna go and sorry for cutting you off, but I did. I was going to go ahead and I was going to go live on I was going to go on Max's panel and then his live went down and then everyone suggests going to Smoke, so I said let me just go over here, and then I went on Smoke's one time. I think I went like a couple of times, but I didn't say much. But that one time was the first time where he started getting more views, and he doesn't even have that video up. But that is when, and I remember the only one was like, "Oh, thank you, sis," and she, switched her position. And what it was I think it was because they were making up stuff about Lennon that they didn't have to make up stuff about, but they were. And so I came and I just clarified that, and then I got off the panel like I always do. And then after that, Max came back, and then I went back to Max's chat, and then I stayed over there, and then I started going on his panels. And I was around towards the ladies' nights a little bit, but it's just I just really was busy and preoccupied over here to get on the panels and stay on the panels really, and I just wasn't feeling him that much until and then now I know why, because it's just a lot of drama.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
It's too
yeah.
much of him to feel.
But how I started in this sector was I used to troll those two channels that Umar Johnson had. And I was over there on those two channels, and I used to troll in the comments. That's where the chat sector comes from, because that's all I used to do. And I used to troll his supporters because I couldn't figure out why they would believe in anything he was saying. So then I saw what was it? It was keyboard musician. It was Conscious. There was this guy named Conscious, and no, he does Conscious and No Cap. Him. Then I seen Lennon Shockermentary. Then I seen Max. All of them at the same time. And then I saw that Lennon Honor had a panel, KKC had a panel, and Max had a panel. And so I just kind of stayed in Max's chat. And then that's how I ended up in the sector. But I came to the sector by myself. I didn't bring anybody, or nobody brought me. I just showed up.
Wow. And it still just behooves me that Max's stuff is still called the sector, like part of the Umar sector. Because it
Right.
was like we got, I swear, what's that thing they say? Um, Nikki, you dropping down about what Malcolm say?
QT just went out, or did I go out?
No, I hear you.
Oh, okay. I think QT put herself on mute.
Oh, I sure did. I'm sorry. Yeah, we were all just kicking it over at Max's. So I always thought that, that Malcolm X thing. Like, nah, we were chilling. Y'all landed on us. But it became, Max is part of the Umar sector. And any of us who were over there before everybody started coming, it's like people want to put labels on us and everything. I'm like, this is crazy. But, you know, once it just started expanding out, but I started meeting people. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Going through different channels, but I will always go back to my main two channels. And now I'm starting to see more of you guys, over there too. It's like I said, I knew Info Man before I knew Max's channel. You see what I'm saying? So it's just crazy how it all just kind of comes together. But it was cool to actually meet, um, different people from different parts of YouTube. And there you go, Stephanie. YouTube landed on us. No, the Umar sector landed on us. Okay, but yeah, it's just nice different people and cool people like that.
Well, I ended up staying. What I did was I scrolled down and I looked at more of Max's content, and I said, "Oh wow, this guy does a whole bunch of different content. He does criminal cases." So I stayed. The other people, they wasn't doing, they were going like back and forth, trolling and doing all that, whatever. But he was like more consistent. He have a panel, he have people on the panel. He would talk about Umar. He would talk about, and there was this guy on there named C Rock, and I just couldn't stand him because he would just be on there just lying, just making up stuff. And I used to be in the comments, just look at it. He just lying. Look,
making up what kind of stuff, Josephine? What type of stuff?
Trying to make up stuff about like how Umar is doing, like he knew Umar personally, like he was Umar's personal assistant or girlfriend. so I was in the comments just roasted him. That's exactly where I started roasted. I was like, let me just roast this dude. Every time he come on, he loud. I'm like, kick him off the panel. Kick him off the panel. So
well, you never got blocked. Nobody ever blocked you?
No. So I started going to other people's chats and they weren't blocking me. Then they started modding me. Like out of nowhere, I show up, Nappy Yankee modded me out of nowhere. I came in Nappy Yankees to roast, and then I was a mod. I was like, what? Wait, what?
You so good at it, right?
Yeah, I Smoke made me a mod. I was like, why am I a mod here? I never asked anybody to mod me up. But then I was like, if you mod me up, I can roast. Because I'm never going to block anybody. Because my thing was, if I block
wait, I have to cut you off, girl. How did you become notorious for the main blocker then if you wasn't blocking people?
So how I became notorious for the main blocker was because every time somebody got blocked, I would say somebody got their chips, but it wasn't me that blocked them. I would just comment that they got blocked. So so their troll accounts would see it, or their friend would see it, but it wasn't me blocking them. It was just me making the comment.
Right, make it fun.
Yeah,
when I would come on saying I got the trigger finger ready or snipers out, because there's a lot of times I just be sitting in the cut, and then Max will bust me out. Oh, Cutie got one. Cutie, I'm like, God dang it! Now they know I'm here, so I gotta drop down.
And the only time I really block somebody if they were like trolling to the point where they were typing like inappropriate words, like using words that they're not supposed to use in the chats, stuff like that.
Same, and unless he asked me to.
Yeah, or they ask
because when he say chips, who somebody going to the market, somebody got to go to get their chips. It's like we already know what time it is, and we don't.
Wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. Y'all had wrenches, but you didn't use them to arbitrarily hate on new bitches.
Oh God!
No, because
I just want to make sure I heard y'all right.
because
we stated what we stated. You are correct. Okay, you are correct.
Oh, wow, okay. All right, cool. That's cool. That sounds cool.
Because Carrie, here's the thing. If I blocked them, who would I roast in the comments? Because that was my whole point of being there.
But Josephine, that logic only applies to people who are capable of actually roasting. So I guess I can see why you never were tempted to do that. So I guess it makes sense. Okay, I get it.
Now, when Binary made me a mod in his chat, right? I did block two people. I blocked Poetic Flacco and I blocked Deacon Young and Kate DeJour. So I actually blocked, like, I remember in the beginning I blocked 3 people. And that's because Planet Falco for one was, disrespectful, but he kept getting unblocked anyway. But he was very disrespectful when he was typing, like, I think he was cussing out, and so he was typing inappropriate words. I blocked Deacon Young for just DP because what he was doing was he said something like, he said something smart, and he was like, I'm not talking to you, Josephine. and I was like, you're not? And he's like, I said, okay, well, you need to say something to me. Because, for me, when I roast, I just want you to come back. You don't have to get mad. Just come back. I'm not sensitive. Right. I'm not gonna cry. You can't.
Wait, you mean you mean you start shit with people and then you be okay with them saying something back?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
That's our get down. We don't
Carrie, I know.
We has a good time.
Carrie, I know.
That sounds cool.
Carrie, I know sometimes a lot of people don't understand that.
Now, let me tell you.
And they get in their feelings.
I mean, because I had thought that, like, okay, Flacco has said something that was out of line. Did you ever wait until 3 weeks later when Flacco came up with a contest to decide that's when you were going to block him for that offensive shit he said 3 weeks ago? Or no?
No.
Okay.
But Carrie, do you remember our first interaction? So this is what Carrie did, because I don't know if Carrie remembers this.
No, tell me, girl. Tell me.
Okay, so Carrie decided that she wanted to come on Max's panel one day and say that she's celibate. Okay, and then started going in. So everybody.
Wait, celibate or celibate?
Celibate.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Don't mind my speech. Don't mind
you saw me there on my one and only day on Max.
Yeah, my speech impediment is there. Don't mind me. So anyway, so she came on the panel. So I started trolling her in the comments earlier on, but everybody was attacking her. So I'm
so misunderstood.
You was like ruthless. You came in there. You was like, well, you're married, and that's why a lot of married women are very unhappy. And you was just going in on like everyone in the chat. So anybody that responded to you, you had a response for it, and then Max blocked you.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. That's where my name comes from.
And so, but I was in the comments trolling you. I thought you were hilarious because I was like, look at her. She gonna come on this panel. She gonna come up on this panel, start all this mess.
Yeah.
And then come in the comments, and they were like, "No, she's from the beef sector. She was on Nappy Yankee. She was this, she was that." And then, and I was still trolling. I was like, "Oh man, she got blocked."
I think I remember that. And I'm about to ask, like, why y'all block her? Because I'm one of them too. Like, what happened?
I was so confused because it's like I wasn't even going that far. I was having so much fun. When he kicked me out, I just didn't know what hit me. I didn't know what went wrong.
No, and then you came back on the panel.
Yes, he said I was trolling, and I was like, "Dude, I'm not trolling. I'm just fucking nice."
You got all of your emotional bag up again, and then you got kicked off the panel.
I was so confused.
Miss BS wanted you gone. She wanted you out of there.
I swear to this day, like, I'm not self-aware enough. I have no idea what people were so mad about. I was just talking shit.
Yeah, but see, you troll, Carrie, and that's what people don't understand. You misunderstood. Look.
Yeah, I misunderstood.
You a troll. It's just hard because when females do the same thing that a male is doing in the sector, they don't see it, right? But when a female does the exact same thing and then go live and troll some more and then get off live and then come back on live and troll some more and then go on Photon and then troll up there, you're trolling the whole time.
I can neither confirm nor deny. But I will say this though. I will say this to your point, as far as like the men accepting things from us. That's why I'm really proud for any influence I've had to have more women start posting, because if our only outlet in the sector is in the chat, and when men let us up on their panels, like we're not representing ourselves fully. So it's important we have our own spaces. So thank you, Josephine.
Yes.
It takes courage. And I'm gonna be one of your day ones forever. I'm coming to all your lives.
But see, that's why I figured you out. That's why I go to your chat. I'll be like, book club, okay, 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 all right. Let me go and get on out of here.
And I think sometimes part of it, us as women, we have to read the room first. You know what I mean? We need to get acquainted with the channel holders, so that they can kind of get our personalities and their vibe before we just go ham. Some men are more accepting than others, right? If you all about the trolling, but some do require like, yo, can I get to know you? For like, who are you? Yeah, so you're gonna get that. I don't think it's all about
gender
being more accepting of men doing it as opposed to like, who is this new person? Because I know I popped up in chats before and just uh asked a question, like especially in the beef sector. Oh, don't even go over there asking questions, okay? Because it'll be like, oh, she don't even know what's going on. That's get the out of here. You know what I'm saying? I have seen that so much. Luckily, I didn't get blocked, but I've seen people get tossed out just for that. I just happened to be in one of those at the time I asked a question. It was a nicer person. You know what I'm trying to say? It was like, okay, if you don't really know, go back and watch this video, that video. But I've definitely been around long enough. Hunty, you better not ask no questions over there. And in the middle of their show, you're getting blocked and you're going to get blocked permanently.
What you're saying, you don't think there's a significant double standard in what's considered acceptable behavior?
That's not what I said.
I'm asking, yeah.
I think that QT said something yesterday on Eyes that like resonated, that it depends on the woman, the female, because some of us have like the way our tone, our voice, the way we look, some people, they'll see, oh
yeah, that was a good point she made about eyes. Yeah,
right, cam up or whatever, and then like the curiosity, what does that person look like? And then when they find out you look a certain way and you carry yourself a certain way, they might treat you accordingly, because some people in the sector just straight up like ignore me. Like they're like, oh, she's a troll, she I don't know what she looks like, blah blah blah, right? And then there's some people in the sector that knows what I look like, and they just be like, and that's it's enough that know to know that I'm a real person, right? So they'll say, oh, well, that's just Josephine, being Josephine, it's just the person. If I talk like Carrie, or I had Carrie's tone, they might treat me a little differently. It just depends on, so you're right about reading the room, but some women are allowed to get away with more. But it's amazing to me that all of us have the same elements of the men in the sector. Like we're all different elements of certain men in the sector. We're like really their arch nemesis. Like we're the opposite ends of them, and they don't see it.
Oh, go on about that. What do you mean?
Like they don't see the comedian. Like there's women in the sector that that act like Photon. There's women in the sector that's similar to D Darrell. There's women in the sector that Rose. There's like if binary is a troller, why can't Carrie be trolling at the same level, right? There are people that are a little serious in the sector. There's opposite ends of each spectrum in the sector. There's sensitivity. There's a sensitive woman in the sector, really sensitive woman in the sector, and then there's a really sensitive man in the sector. So we're all, a mirror of each other, but we don't see it that way. But that's how I see it when I'm in the chat. That's when I scroll through the chat, I can really see, who's gonna be sensitive, who's gonna be emotional, who's gonna get roast the most, who's gonna slip up, So you can kind of see it.
And,
Yeah.
and not even to hold you, Josephine, on top of that, like you also had when you see different layers of people, different varieties of people, it's like, okay, you don't have to agree with that person. If that person's out of pocket, don't even let them in your space. But respecting the fact that, okay, women are going to view things differently, and just respect it for what it is. What's funny to you, Josephine, may not be funny to me. It's not because I'm sensitive or whatever. It's just I'm different. And if
Right.
that level of respect can be honored, then it shouldn't be any problems. You know what I'm saying? But I
But
got mute for a second.
and Gloria, and that's when you have to fill out the room, because if, like with me, I'm in the room roasting, and then somebody comes on the panel and the tone changes and then it gets more serious, then I kind of stop trolling a little bit, right? Because I'm playing in the comments, and then it gets like really serious, and I say, okay, I'm not gonna mess with these people, and then I'm gonna go back to what I was doing once I realize if it's if it's even worth stopping for. But you have to fill out the room. Some spaces, like smokes chat got very toxic, because when I was a mod in there, I saw a mod just blocking people randomly. Like Carrie said, there is, sensitive mods in the sector. So she was blocking people she just did not like. And I was watching her do it, and consistently, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's destroying his channel. But I was a mod, so
Wait,
I
whose
could
channel was
still
it?
roast smokes.
Okay.
And I was a mod, and I could see it, and I was like, wow, right? I said she's gonna destroy his channel, because does he even know she's doing all of this? And then sometimes when you come back, people were unblocked, and then that fed into all the trolls, because once she was doing that, people started coming back in there with a bunch of troll accounts, and now everybody got troll accounts, right?
Yeah.
So that
Wait, who was blocking them?
the only one.
Okay.
Right. So the only one was blocking people, just, in the
Out of
beginning,
spite.
out of spite. Yeah, she was just blocking people and blocking different people, and she was becoming very territorial of that mod stick. And I remember that one day she was like, "Well, I'm just modding. That's what I'm here for." And I was like, "Whoa!" She was really taking it really seriously, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Okay, she's about to destroy his channel." And what happened was, it was an influx of people that started coming in, trolling. His panel was the panel where all the different names started showing up. And then that's when it started, it hit all the channels.
Well, Josephine, not just that. The second half to that is what little people knew, and what the ladies on the ladies' night panel did not realize as well is when she started on that mode of blocking people, usually it's because she went over to other channels, starting with them.
Mm.
So of course, out of retaliation, okay, since you stepped into my home turf talking shit, okay, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come to your home turf, and I'm gonna give you the same treatment. See, we didn't know this at the time until she would start owning up to it. Yeah, I will to such and such, and I'll cuss them out, and it was
Right.
like,
But the
yo,
thing
stop,
about it
so,
is that,
stop doing that because you bring in heat over here.
now, Gloria, not to cut you off, but to cut you off, I did.
That facts.
Um, but that's what his channel was based on, trolling and doing that. So he was doing it, they were doing it. So his channel has been built on trolling, going over to other panels and causing tension, and then coming back to his. So I mean, if he would have kept that going, right, he probably would be in the beef sector, and he'd probably be doing well right now if he would have kept that going. But what happened was, his channel had an influx of people that were part of Max's channel.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are not into all of that. So we went back to Max's channel, like we were going to go back to anyway once he opened his channel up.
Mm-hmm.
And when he lost all of us, that's when it kind of bothered him. But if he would have just kept going back and forth and just kept it pushing and let us all go back to where we wanted to be, he probably will be in the beef sector, monetized right now, and all of that, because he doesn't need us. We're not his audience.
Right.
We never was. We just was. He was,
We were trying to support.
we were just trying to support him, and plus, a lot of us kind of was there because of the whole Corey thing, because
Yeah.
Corey had the kidney and all that, and so
Right.
we're like, yeah, let's go support him because he supports Corey. So what the issue was with that channel is that if he would have focused on just that, then we would be, none of us would be over there. We would be where we were, and there would be a mutual respect. Like, we all part of the same sector. This is the back and forth channel. This is the roasting back and forth channel. Go back and forth with Ghost and all them all you want. Then you got your little D Durrells over there, and then you had, Max over here on his own because of the, and all Max was doing is he was the gatekeeper. He just was pushing, you want to start a channel, go ahead, another gatekeeper. He was just the gatekeeper of everybody else. So I
You
mean,
know what's crazy too, if I may add, Joe, is that um, because of all of that was going on, especially how you just put the other players in. Hey, YM's here, you guys. How you just put the other players in is that's initially the back and forth, that part of it. So once, like you said, we all left, then it became more of a war. And it's like, how are you warring, right, against the person who basically sent all of his people to you to support to get your stuff up and running? And that's why I was, so it was something when I was like, I don't think this is going to be the channel for me. See, it was something in me not knowing, but knowing, the way everything ended up happening. And then when we talk about the mods and things like that, or just us being over there, and those of us who have branched off, then we start getting those labels just by association. You know what I'm saying? Like just being over there, you come from here, you come from there. Then they know they got to break it down. No, she actually come from Max. No, Max is really the Umar sector, but no, he's not. But then this one over here, oh, we saw her over there. So it was so many attacks against people who were just in the chats. You know what I'm saying? Just to be a sub, and it just filtered on down to where we are now. And I don't think it's ever, but they do all make up and break up. You know what I mean? Because even like Binary, he asked me to be a mod when he started his channel. And I don't know if you were there, Joe, but even like when he first started up, people were complaining about who was blocking people over there. And he had to say, like, look, y'all, like, I'm trying to get my channel up and running. Like, stop blocking people and this. And it became a time he asked me to be a mod. I was like, no, not right now. Let me pass. Why? Because I was still trying to fill him out. I'm not just taking wrenches like, okay, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in all the bull crap when it comes to a person's channel, when I don't really know what that channel is going to be about. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely filtered out to everybody collectively who was around at that time when Smoke started his channel and when Binary started his, and all once everybody started really beefing, and then everybody want to pounce on Max's channel, and then now it's Max's fault. It was just a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we were the most chill channel. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole thing, where we actually was kicking it on a regular basis, it was chill. It wasn't until they all started coming over there, then we get all the mess.
But not to hold you, but also you have to peep the game of it, because the conspiracy narratives also started. Well, this one was in this one, that one was in that one, and then we see this one with that person over here. So now they're just a rogue group going to different chat rooms to cause a bunch of confusion among people. So unfortunately, Max got caught up in that scenario. So did so did a few people that were labeled as rogues, and they just came over
Well,
just to
Gloria.
tear the channel
Gloriana,
down.
you
And
okay? You sound like you having a hard time breathing.
yeah, because I'm
I
walking
know.
up the steps. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, okay, girl.
I
I'm
was
like,
walking.
are you all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm kind of out of breath.
okay.
I was walking up the steps. So,
Okay, do your
but
thing, girl.
I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute while I go up these steps, and I'll
Yeah.
finish my point a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to say this. I just think that a lot of times the new content creators don't know how hard this is. Like it's challenging. Like I wrestle with this. I said if I get 50, subscribers, I'll go live. I did. Okay, so I was like, okay, I'm good at keeping my word. So what are you going to talk about? What is this going to be about? So it's a lot of work to be a content creator. And
Yeah.
so, I respect Max for putting in a lot of work um that he has doing a lot of, just being the longevity of being a content creator and sticking with it. I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of the new content creators don't understand that it takes time. You have to find your niche. Sometimes I see a lot of parroting, a lot of content creators parroting what other content creators do. And, like me, I like the original. When I hear a song, I like the original. You can't remix the remix and keep remixing, right?
Mm.
So hopefully that some of the content creators in this arena sector that's expanding see that, and let us women have our opportunity to stand in our own space, and so we can build from there. We can roast and we can, build. If we, if somebody wants to make a channel about drama, they can do that. I have nothing against that. What I am against is, women being played against each other, women being ostracized, and the issue I have is the shaming. See, there's a difference between roasting somebody and just having fun and just going back and forth, but then there's a level of shaming that I see on in a lot of these chats where they'll dox the person and they'll shame where they live, shame where they work. There's no, a lot of people are, it's okay if you make under 36,000 a year. At least you're trying, okay?
Mm.
So there's a lot of shaming going on in the sector, how a person live. I mean, yeah, somebody did have ratty tat 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 rats, but it was funny at the time because, he was live and he was the way he was describing what he was going through was hilarious.
I wish I would have seen it.
And if he would have played on that, that would have been just so funny and just keep it going. But I get it because there are people in the sector that will shame you just because you have you in a situation.
Well, and from what I understand, he was getting it fixed, right? So it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not like he was just chilling with the rats, right? No,
Yeah,
wasn't he getting it fixed at the time?
yeah, that's correct.
So I mean, what you gonna do? Yeah.
Right. And then the other thing is that I wanted to point out to all of us and all the ladies in the sector is Nikki is the most outspoken person in this sector. She came in this, like she came in and she became very outspoken, very well liked, right? And she supported a lot of people's channels,
Yeah.
right? And I don't think that she intentionally wanted anybody to change up who they are, right? I
Right.
don't think she wanted to control anybody's channels. What I honestly believe is that she gave a lot of people a voice because I noticed that a lot of people wasn't standing up to anybody, right? We had people in this sector that was straight doxing, and you know who they were. They weren't even part, like it became the sector, But let's just say this: there were people that came from Umar and were making content about Umar, and then they started making their own content, and we're all within this space, right? And so then there was a person who saw this space, which is AS, as an opportunity to go after Umar Johnson because there were people in this space who had a lot to say about Umar Johnson. Okay, so let's say that, right? And so when she realized that this wasn't the space that she can actually use to, her mission, right? To, continue her mission, she started attacking the content creators that we love and we support. And then when she couldn't do that, she started attacking the people in the comments, right? And what I recognize is this, is that this person, wanted to control this space through emails, through making videos, through other people that they call flying monkeys. Different people in this space were being controlled, because they really believe that, this person can go after Umar. I really believe that. But for as long as I be here, there people fall for pyramid scams. We've been falling for scams for years. So Umar is never gonna stop scamming. There's always gonna be another Umar. The only thing that we did was bring to the people's attention what Umar was, right? So we're not going to let AAS use this space of ours to be able to try to attack us. We pretty much could just ignore her and just keep it going.
Oh, thank you. That's what I was going to ask you. Like, are you going to put some boundaries up and around to support you? Because I don't want to be a part
Right. No,
of all that shit.
we're gonna keep it right. We're gonna keep it pushing. We don't need an AAS. We don't need AAS for content. We don't need to attack her or attack what they're doing for content. They've done enough by infiltrating people via text, emails, whatever they were doing to try to cause chaos and confusion. They've done enough. We cause our own drama. We're good at it. We've been doing it for quite some time, right? So I just wanted to let people know that this ain't a space for that. Like, we can roast. Of course, if somebody wants to roast, something, that was said, that's fine with me. But at the end of the day, I'm not taking this really, really serious, but I do take seriously people being shamed and attacked. Like, we gonna define what roasting really is. I mean, we all can roast each other. Like, QT, I can roast you, you can roast me. I have no problem. Carrie Ann, if you want to come roast me, I have no issue. It brings content. Because I'm gonna come back.
Yep.
But
I bet.
you're like Josephine, because somebody said, what did somebody say? I sound high. I said, yeah, I sound high, but I don't get high, but it's all good. So I don't, I just
I was
want
thinking about coming at you earlier for trying to compete with me for longest screen name.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I can make it longer. But see, that's the
Yeah, I
space
thought it was
that
going
we
to be the
live in.
4C sector, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, because I got to focus on my 4C head. So that's what I want everybody to know, that this space is, we want to control the space, because for a long time, guess who the content creators have seen in their chats? Us women. That's us.
Yeah.
Us females. We are in the chat. We have different personalities, and we still want to support some of our fellas. Don't get me wrong. I still want to go out there and support our fellas. I still support, I'm gonna, support Slander, who Max, definitely, Nappy Yankee, he's in here. Even though I don't always agree with everything that they're doing, right?
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with stating an opinion and then keeping it pushing.
Right. That's
So,
right.
so
And
there's
you know
nothing
what?
wrong.
What's crazy?
You don't have
Those
to be
names you just
anti-man just
named,
to be like pro-woman.
they never trip off of
Exactly.
us for our opinion. Have you noticed that? Those names that you put out there, Joe, we can say what we want to, again, because we've all felt each other out, right, after all this time. we can disagree and still chill, still come and support, still be a part of the content, and do our part to, how can I say it? We engage, and it's all respect. Yeah, sometimes we have little bumps in the road, you know what I'm saying? But it's very small when you look at the rest of the other people,
Yeah.
in the quote unquote sector. It just gets all blown out of proportion. Then it seems to be never ending. But yeah, I do agree, and I'm so looking forward, to see how this all pans out. I'm
Yeah.
just so happy for you. I'm so proud of you,
Yes.
and I thank you, for inviting me up. And girl, we don't do this thing, sis.
Yes, and
Now,
I'm
cutie
still
one, before you pop off, can I ask y'all a question? I have an idea.
okay.
I hear some background from somebody. I don't know if you can mute it or not, but
That was
I
Brian.
I had an idea about this owl situation. And this is no pressure. I'm just throwing this out there, okay? Now I feel like in the sector, especially recently, there have been a lot of women like attacking other women or caping for men towards other women. But I haven't really seen men protecting women from other men or like ever our feelings being valid or there's like always all these reasons why they shouldn't have to intervene or like really offer a lot of leadership. So, and even with the whole owl thing, it's like nobody needs him for content. Nobody really likes him. None of the women like him. So here was my idea. What do y'all think about this? If somebody lets Al on their panel, like I'm not talking about boycotting anybody's show, right? But if somebody lets Al on their panel, like what do y'all think about another woman going live and us just going over there till Al gets off? Like just tapping out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's not an issue for me. You
I don't
know,
know about the going live part, but I've already been
yeah,
tapping.
yeah, we
See,
already
that's
been
my
Well,
part.
tapping
yeah,
out.
I have been tapping out too. Yeah, but we should just start building our own channels. Like, if they're not gonna listen to us, those minutes where they're not listening to us, let's build our own.
Well,
Like, let's, you know,
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Cause like I'm on the fence with that whole thing.
okay.
So if a content creator gives Al a space to talk, right? A
Hmm.
lot of times they're doing it because like a lot of the male content creators said, he brings content and he really does.
Right.
Because he says things that and it just flies right out of his mouth and you don't know what was going.
I get that. Yeah.
And when he said what he said to you, um I literally missed it. I literally had to roll back because they were typing in the chat and heard what he said, and he jumped right off the panel and said it, and he started building up to saying saying rude things to you. Now there's a such thing as locker room talk with the guys, right? But
Right.
what we don't need to do is if Al is on the panel, a female should not be on the panel with him because if he's very disrespectful, because I remember I came on the panel because he literally lied on me. He
Yeah.
what
Did
he
he
did
said you
was
said about biracials?
right, and that's he said that the reason why he did it was he actually really did it because he wanted to get me involved in the drama between AAS, and what it was is that one of the persons, which was Kel, she's biracial.
Hmm.
Right? And I'm not. I mean, I'm bicultural, but I'm not biracial,
Hmm.
right? But I have a lot of biracial people in my family, and I wanted to know why he said it, and I wanted him to lie, which he did, because he's
Yeah.
been avoiding me in all the chats,
Hmm.
and I wanted to confront him to show that he's a liar, and he lied, and then he kind of like said something, and then he said that he could tell because it was something I said on Max's chat. Now everybody knows this. I'm the person that if you weren't around Carrie, but QT might have remembered. She might have been around because she's in and out. I'm the one that gets on the panel and goes back and forth with Al on Max's chat, on Max's panel. That was me. So
Okay.
like he'll get up there and say something goofy, and then I would come up there and he would kind of like, it was kind of like me reining him in a little bit, right?
Hmm.
That was
So
both of us, and then I start because I get at him in the chat. I hop on. I was the one running them off. You may go back and forth, but I would get up there, his ass would disappear. He didn't want it.
Because he has an issue with stronger
Was
women.
he obsessed with y'all the way he was with me?
What it is that he has an issue with stronger women, but what he does is when there's a woman that he doesn't like being attacked, see, I'm not disliked like that.
Right.
So he didn't come at me like that. He don't come at QT because QT is not disliked.
Right.
But because in the beginning you were on Nappy Yankee and there was some interactions of how you were coming, that's how he tried to attack.
I disagree. That's not why it is. No, I disagree. I see what you're saying.
No, but when all the other men were kind of coming at you, he thought that was an opportunity to come at you too. He think, you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't have the backing. And so what I think where we felt that as us is that we should have been like, oh no, he can't say nothing about her either.
No, I see what you're saying, but I mean, and tell me if I'm wrong, you've been around longer than me, but I had the feeling that Al really quickly pegged me as an intellectual, and he thinks that he's an intellectual, and he kept trying to like buddy up with me in several different arguments in the chat, and I was like, nah, I don't fuck with you, like shut the fuck up. And he kept trying to like sidle up alongside me, and I kept kicking him off me like I was riding a horse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but that's his MO, Carrie. That's his MO. You're not the first one. It has nothing to do with
that means he'll probably move on to somebody else.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with your intellect at all. Okay, what he finds.
I'm feeling you. Yeah, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, this is just what he does.
Crush on me.
Yeah. So don't even trip. It's the type of thing where if he feels like he can go back and forth with you, meaning in a friendly way, right? Then he will. But it's the fact that you was like, nah, I don't mess with you. That just drives him to come more and more. This has been going on from day one. Everybody that says we don't want to deal with you,
he just likes to be targeted.
Yeah, he will tell you straight up. He said it multiple times. First, this is the way he does it. He'll say like, well, I'm here because I was requested to be here, quote unquote, in the sector. Joe can attest to this. This is what come out of his mouth. But then he's the first one to also say, I don't go where I'm not wanted. Then he'll turn around and say, I'm not going anywhere. Do you see the pattern?
And then he only started going at Nikki because AAS was like co-signing a lot of stuff in the chat, and so that's why.
And see, Josephine, I was going to say that second half of it, because if she already placed a target on your back, and Al is already disagreeing with that person, then he's going to come stronger because he feels he's well protected.
Yeah,
that's part of his game.
And Glorian, and the reason why everybody else in the sector got attacked because you were the first one that she really targeted before Nikki. You were the first person that she ever targeted, so she attacked anybody and that entertained you.
Well, I think it was hold on. Let me control. Yeah, I refuse to be controlled.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what she was doing. Yeah,
that just stabbed her in her heart.
Right,
she couldn't take that.
The situation with that is because I felt that at that time I was the first person that she ever went after, but there were two other people that she went after first, one privately and then another one outright.
But that was that was Lennon. That was the whole thing over there with Lennon. Like it didn't spill over here. Well, it started to, but it really they got attacked because anytime, like from what I saw, and this is just from my view, right? This is just my observation, right? Whenever you went on a panel, there was a video about that content creator. Yeah. So whenever you showed up on whoever panel you showed up on, that content creator had a video after that.
Yeah, because she was the first. I was the first one that she outwardly, in front of everybody, attacked. Like, I'm not going to mention the first name, but the second name, like Stephanie. She was she wasn't attacking her like within the scepter so much, but she would attack her in other
privately.
places,
Right.
privately, and in other people's
Right.
channels.
She was weaponizing Stephanie's race to attack her.
Right. Yeah.
And then she went after BB because she's not here and I don't want to say her name, but
Right. Right.
she went after BB, and then but you were like the
It was outward.
spearhead. Yeah.
Carrie,
So
real
Because
quick,
I
Carrie,
was
read
supposed I
YM's
was
comment up at the top, Carrie,
let me
about
highlight.
Flacco. Go ahead, Gloria. And I'm sorry, I just wanted her to see that because I want her to know it's not just a female thing either. Go ahead, Gloria.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, let
yeah.
me see this.
Now
Oh,
now I'm
you
looking
said one
too.
about Flacco? I don't see a comment about Flacco.
No, it's up top. YM and just put in there how Al went after Flacco too when he thought nobody liked Flacco. That's what I'm saying. That's what he does, Carrie. It's like if you
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
pattern, child. Just
No, yeah, I
dismiss
believe
it.
you. I'm
Just
not
know
one of
that you're
those
not
people.
crazy. Hey,
No,
Shaquem.
yeah, I feel you. And I know that I'm new here. Sometimes when I be floating shit out, when y'all tell me like the real truth, I believe you. So thank you. Yeah. I can see
Yeah.
that. And it's actually comforting to me to know that this is his pattern and it's not really just me because I've been really creeped out. I've been really creeped out before he even said that vulgar comment. And the fact that some people literally think that just because a woman says she enjoys sex, that means it's okay to green light disrespect on her. Um, um, I don't the whole I forget my point. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forget. I was doing two things at once. But yeah, that comment was vulgar. Fuck Al. And I did want to say like I want to say this about Nikki. Nikki is very supportive of women in the sector. And I don't think it's true that she never spoke out about the T Pre thing. I think that's the main criticism people have been throwing around about her. Nikki has publicly chastised me for disrespecting other women. Nikki has publicly chastised men for disrespecting women in the sector. And I just want to say that even if Nikki isn't 100% right on everything, she is so supportive of the other women in the sector that we have to uphold her image because if we have to have our people who just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. She's a doctor, she's a professional, and she deserves respect.
I
Well, I
agree.
mean,
But my
well,
opinion, wait, Gloria, hold on for a second.
okay, because
Um,
I want to speak
what
on
I
it. Hold on.
wanted to say is that every chat that I've been in where they have actually had T Pre as a looking like an animal, she has Nikki has always made this comment. She said, I'm not gonna do that with you guys. I'm not gonna participate with that. She always tries to because she doesn't want to control their content.
Right.
She always says that she's not going to participate. Even when someone asked her, how do they think T Pre looks? They even ask questions.
I'm trying to bait her, yeah.
Yeah, tried to bait her. And the thing about it is, I'm the same way. You can't really bait me one way or another. I'm gonna believe what I believe, and that's it. I mean, you can make some suggestions, you can formulate an opinion, you can get me to see something else. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to pick a side like that. So I know for a fact because I was in those chats that she did not insult Miss T Pre or try to insult, and she does support women, and she puts that out there, and she does say she's not going to say go back and forth with women. And even if there's a woman or women that she doesn't agree with, because I remember, Carrie, she didn't agree with you.
Yeah.
And because when I told you, like what I said on the panel, I said you were frustrated. And before I can say when you get frustrated, you're going to say some things that's going to be insulting because you're frustrated with that person. Nikki came in the comments and told you how she felt. About that situation, but people don't highlight that. But I seen it, and that's why it's the chat sector, because I see things in the chat that a lot of people don't see. I pay attention. So she did try to get you to see a different point of view with the issue. And what I was trying to point out is that she made you frustrated because she came up there talking about something that was very irrelevant to the conversation, and then you guys tired of hearing her repeat herself, and then you insulted her. and that's what happens. And then once you insulted her, she insulted back, and then that's where the back and forth came from. And the reason why I didn't get in the middle of it is because I thought that Nikki said to you what was needed to be said about that situation.
Yeah.
And so that was, it should have been done, but that's not what happens, because when we have very sensitive women in a sector that probably don't understand what sisterhood is, okay, they they run to males
Yes.
that do not favor the other female.
That's right.
And so when that happened, now there's like this division.
And they
a
keep
teeny
saying
bit.
Nikki condoned my behavior. I'm like, I was there. No, she didn't. Like,
Right.
she did
Nobody
not.
did. I didn't
I want to speak
condone
after
you.
Glorion about this, since y'all bringing it
Yeah.
up too.
I didn't
Oh, sure, I'll mute
condone
myself. Go ahead.
I didn't condone like what you said to her. What I said was is that you said it out of frustration, which, and then you apologize at some point, but you said what you said out of frustration. But what happens is, and that happens with women when a sisterhood is broken, is that women will run to a man or a male who defends their position when
Ooh,
they're
speak on
totally
it,
Yes.
girl.
against,
Tell it, girl. Yes.
totally against.
Preach, because it's getting to my other point. But go ahead. I'm sorry,
Mine
Josephine.
too, girl. Break it down. Thank you.
When they go against that woman. And so then now you got a team of men watching this cat fight that's going down, and that, that woman feels more confident now because she got these bulldogs, right? And so then the other women are trying to rein her in, like, look, we can't let these bulldogs come into play. We got to really come together and figure this out. But that's not what happens. And so, in the end, we're put in this position because I don't want to be put in a position where we have, and there's women that like you said, we got women on here that have degrees, and I'm one of them, right? All the trolling that I be doing, yes, I do have some degrees, you know what I mean? I do have a background. I do have a intellectual mindset, okay? But I just come here to have fun, right? I don't want to use my intellect against someone. But once I realize that someone is just pushing and pushing and pushing, I'm either going to become dismissive or I'm going to get either frustrated like Carrie did. And so I try to control myself a little better because I've learned, over the years how to control myself to mediate the situation and just, not become frustrated. I'm more like, okay, you gonna think the way you want to think. I'm gonna keep it push. I'm gonna go back to trolling because you don't understand nothing I'm telling you right now. So I just feel like in that situation, you did the best you could. I mean, you heard all the, I don't think people heard the other side. I don't think people saw when people were saying to Carrie, yeah, you could have said it a different way. Like, I don't think people heard me when I said, okay, Carrie got frustrated. Okay. I don't think people heard that. I think people heard, oh, we're just defending or taking sides. No, we're not. What we're trying not to do is allow men to dictate how we interact with each other.
How about they only just took her side? But I'll get back to that after Glorion speaks.
All right, go ahead, Gloria.
Who we woo, child. I'm gonna start passing the collection plate now.
Girl, she was preaching. Yes.
$10 up. We're not taking no change. We're not taking no dollar bills.
Drop the cash app, right?
Yo, for real. Drop your cash app, Josephine. Because you said more than a mouthful. And I'm gonna piggyback off of what you just said, and then I'm gonna kind of go backwards to that whole incident. What's also, and she spoke on it, you also have a lot of people whispering, yeah, that's right. That's right. You had a right to do, because Carrie Ann, so you have a lot of whispering people in the background that fuels a lot of these beefs that really don't have to be beefs to begin with, because that was a situation that could have been settled and left alone. But again, when you have whispering ears in the background, whispering Whispering Mouse, Whispering Ears. That's a new one. Whispering Mouse in the chat, yeah, egging shit on. Then this is what you have. And going back to that whole Al situation, let me break it down like this, and I even said it in the chat. First of all, and no for real, hey, what's up? I saw you in the chat. How you doing, brother? And anybody else that said hi, how y'all doing? Um, the clear cut difference between what I was doing and whatever was going on with Shakim and T Pre. First of all, that's a beef between Shakim and T Pre within the same community. That's number one. What Al was doing, he's not a part of our community. So he should never have been allowed to even speak like that against our own. And see, this is part of the problem. Every time the beefs have gotten so thick over here that it's unnecessary, then an outsider that has no business, like I'm not going to say who belongs here, who doesn't. But what I'm saying is, if you're not a part of our community, how dare you come up and speak the way you did against my black sister? And that was my number one point with the whole situation. But he was allowed to do what he did because he had the whispering mouse behind him, egging him on. And he felt protected enough to even come out his face that way. That's not the he said a lot of disparaging things against black women. Let's just be honest. And I don't have no 3 degrees. But what's not gonna happen to me here is that you're gonna make me feel less because you feel you're more educated than me. Because right. I have feelings, I have standards, and I have boundaries. I don't go back and forth with people. That's why a lot of times I don't speak to people I don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? If I'm civil towards you and we have opposing views, okay, I'm civil towards you even though you have opposing views different from mine.
Yeah.
But when you are outright on that fuck shit, no, you'll never get a conversation. We never gonna talk about shit. Because I'm not a back and forth person. I'm not gonna sit up there and go back and forth with you because I lose my patience real quick. And you're not worth it.
Gloria, before I let QT speak, we also gotta learn the difference between locker room talk. We also gotta learn the difference between what is if it's just their content and if they're really all out attacking us. Because if we can separate those three, then we will actually know how to move in the sector. But go ahead, QT.
Yeah. So first point I want to make is this bringing the male into it. Well, actually, let me back up. What you were talking about with positive criticism, right? With Carrie in that situation. It's not even just that, like how you guys said something to her, because I put this in her last live. I don't know if she saw it, but the thing on my part was that I'm not familiar with Carrie the way I'm familiar with the other person. Okay. And Glorion can attest to this. Before I got familiar with the other person, because the way Carrie don't know me. So the way she hears me speak now is not the same that I spoke before. Meaning I tailored my delivery, because Glow, you heard this many times, my delivery. I tailored my delivery in order to talk to the other person.
Yep.
Okay. This is what Carrie doesn't know. So with that being said, it took me to get familiar with the other person where I felt like I could speak about something, to talk with love, not out of anger and things like that. So I didn't feel like that with Carrie. So of course I'm not going to speak to Carrie about that situation because I wasn't familiar with it. But what I did was try to, just as Joe did, I was explaining to the other person, hey, she just didn't want to be bothered. She may not want to be your friend. It might be this, and that's okay. Like she couldn't receive that. it turned into, how come I didn't say something? I don't know her. Like, I don't know her. So, like, why would you expect that of me? I'm coming to you because you're the person, right, whom I'm familiar with and that we can have this conversation with. Okay, so enough of that. Now we come in full circle with this, the way the last week has happened. Okay, that was bothersome. And I know for my part, I saw the little stuff getting thrown out. Like I said, it makes you, when you respond to some things, then it makes you look like you're taking sides, right? And to throw out the little stuff, because that bothered me with because we're saying something about your homegirl. I don't know Carrie like that, but I see what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? And you use it, she has her platform to do what she does.
Exactly.
And then you turn around, now we got another platform, and then you as a male getting into it. And I was like, okay, he's coming as a big brother or a little bit, whatever. But it looked weak to me. And I'm just gonna say it looks weak because it's like, these are women. See, I grew up with a mother and a father and uncles, and men didn't get in women's business. Okay, they didn't do that. And so now it's becoming this pick apart any woman who's had something to say, okay, on either part of it. Now it's the Carrie sector. Now everybody's riding for Carrie. No, we can't just sit and state our opinion the way we've been doing the whole time we've been here about it.
Thank you.
Everything else that's going on, it has to be strict, because, and then the popularity. I didn't like that either. It's like, yo, wait, it's a popularity thing. No, it's we tired of this shit thing. It's okay, is it that serious thing? Is it, can we fucking talk about this thing? Or we not gonna talk about this thing?
QT, that's why it's important to have a space where it's just us.
Yeah.
Because when that happened, right, they were like, well, you need to go. That's a defense mechanism. That's like, okay, what, you didn't see when people reached out to Carrie and said, okay, Carrie, really, or okay, we get it, right? They didn't see that. We didn't have a space. We didn't even have a space for it. We didn't have time to do it. We can't. I wasn't. I know Carrie was, gone. She, if her name is mentioned, she'll show up. So I know that much. But we didn't have that space. What we did was we had a space where there were the bulldogs. There, cat fight.
No, but I think people did see it. It's just a matter of that's what I was going to point out, is when you have your team, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to your team and you're telling your team what the hell you want your team to know.
Yeah,
your truth. That's your truth. You see what I'm saying? So in her truth, right? There people are gonna take her truth, right? And then it becomes a hell no type of situation. You understand what I'm trying to say? And like I said, I felt, me in particular, I kind of felt, okay, am I trying to they're trying to bait me into something? Because it's like, nah. I addressed what I had to address when my name came up with a long ass comment on her video, because like I said, I didn't know what she was saying about me before I walked into that. But then when I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So that relationship, that dynamic has definitely changed. But because it changed does not mean I'm a Carrie bandwagoner. No, I'm just simply pointing out the flaws in both. And this is what I was saying, I left on Carrie's last message, because I feel more familiar. Okay. And I put, yeah, it was rude and you didn't handle that right. Something to that effect. Okay. With the other person. But I feel more familiar to say that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I didn't know her at the time. But even still, it's not to right a wrong. It's simply in the conversation, because it's a lot of times, if it's not coming up, you don't even address it, right? So that was one of those moments. But the way this stuff is now, it's gotten so out of hand, and people are really trying to do this pick a side type of shit. And for me, I don't have to pick a side, because I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I am gonna go back to talking how I was and let everybody start calling me the bully again. Go, come with it. Okay, that's what you want to do. Because that was my label for the longest. I'm the bully.
Pause for a
because my
second.
delivery is just
That was
right
just a
to it.
narrative, sweetie. That was
Pause
just a
for
narrative.
pause, pause for
That
a
was just a
second.
narrative. Stop.
Pause for a
Stop.
second. Let me see your transcript. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just wanted to say that. What I wanted to say was that's the missing element is that person. That's why I haven't mentioned her name exactly. Because that's the missing
Same.
element of this whole um she's either gonna fit into this piece or not. And so hopefully there can be a dialogue and hopefully we can um
Can
you
I
know
add a little bit? Thing?
sure.
And you can ask them. I just texted the girls this morning about that exact same thing, and number one, again, I had no idea that the insult I gave this person would affect them the way that it did, and I regret that. If I would have known, I wouldn't have said it. I was frustrated, but I thought it would just be another day, another, like whatever, get over it type thing. Um, and what really made me regret it even more was number one, the amount of time that this person is still obviously wounded by those words. I would never want to do that to somebody. Um, Especially this person, because this person's not malicious. They were just annoying me. Like, I don't have nothing against this person. They actually seem like a perfectly nice person. It's just getting on my nerves, it's all. um but what made me regret it the most is that I feel like Binary is exploiting this person um as his little human shield and attack dog and bobblehead, quite frankly, laughing at all his jokes, just kind of there. It was on some old Get Out shit. And if I've contributed to that, and how can I repair that? And like, as far as bringing this person back into the fold, if there's anything I can do to help break up that dysfunctional situation, um, I would love to make amends for what I
Not
did.
your job, not your job. They've been
Not
at this
yeah.
well before you came in.
Well,
Don't think of it like that. This is their thing. You know, when Joe was talking about the niche, they came in like that. So don't get that twisted.
right.
I got to
Well,
defend that now. I can't let you go out. I can't let you leave you hanging out there with that. Okay. No, no,
right,
no. This is their
right.
thing.
But
This is what
yeah,
they
but
do. This
right.
is just
So
something different that we're seeing right now with the way this week has unfolded.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Okay.
right. And so like moving forward, if that doesn't, if that's not something we can, rectify a little bit, we can always, we can move forward because we have something here. We have a space, right? And we have a
He-
space, to enjoy and to roast and to have fun. That's what we have here.
And may I
And there's
speak on this
other
protection?
Hell,
Because
I
I've
did.
been waiting to
Hell,
see
I did.
Carrie. Been waiting for Carrie because you got off the panel last night, right when you said something about the protection. And I've been wanting to say this to you. Okay. Uh, I get what you're saying, like men in the protection, but here's the thing. Number one, we're online. We don't know these people. Okay. Number two, we shouldn't be looking for protection online with people
Facts.
that we don't know when 85, 95% of the time we be on our fuck shit too. Okay.
exactly.
That's just how I feel. I just wanted to make that clear because I wanted to tell you that last night. I totally get what you're saying with that other person. Because Glorion hit on it. I hit on it prior. If you're not walking through life as a black person, then you are not black. So since you're not black, because I don't think when you got that job, you came in it as a black man. And just the way he's moved and me and Spot him, we were the original two on his ass. On his ass, because we was noticing stuff he was saying in the comments. I'm like, this is not what black people say. This is not the way black people talk. Because I'm black. We are like, we are sitting and go, oh, as a, black people do this, or as a black person, or so. No, we just speak because we are who we are. You understand? So we was peeping game a long time ago.
Yeah.
So don't expect uh men to protect you as a woman in these YouTube streets. You understand? I feel like that right there, that's something in your real life. Okay. We have to stay focused
but
on the strong men that we
but
have that we
Kiki,
actually know.
like I said before, we have to be able to discern the if it's locker room talk that these men are having, and we just getting too much in the mix of that,
Right.
or because I'm like the tomboy, I'm like that homegirl type person.
You are my sister.
I'm not.
Right. So and then we got the outright, just out of, disrespect, whatever. And then we got just content. And that creator, especially binary, that his whole content is based on trolling and doing the opposite of everyone else. When he comes and he's like doing the total opposite and going against the grain, that is who he's always been from the beginning. So if that's the case, then what we're doing is we're getting all of what we doing in other chats in the mix. Like it should, if I run to my platform, right, which I would never do, and I run to my platform, I'm like, Carrie is all here making videos, and she's sensitive, and she's this and this. That's a problem for me, not Carrie. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I didn't, because I'm not using a mutual platform to say, hey, what you said or it said to me, that really affected me a lot. Do you really believe that that's what I am, or were you frustrated? Well, I'm sorry that you felt frustrated, but I just I wanted to say what I wanted to say, and you say what you wanted to say. But it's not like that, because there are people in this sector that don't know um how to communicate well enough to have that kind of discussion. And so when
That
and so my thing with this whole thing is, the reason why I stay out of it is because I recognize that one person is talking at this level and this person is talking at this level, and Carrie's not trying to use her intellect against her, but at the end of the day it's like, fuck it, what I'm saying, it ain't my fault. Like that's how she's thinking. So it's like, let's look at it from that point of view and say, okay, this is why a lot of us was on the fence. Like, yeah, you were wrong, and getting a little frustrated. I get it, but you could have said the words a little better. But the other person was wrong because how they solve problems is running around and enlisting people to back up what they're saying. And that's not some and that's
and then turning and flipping back to the person that was talking about her real bad a couple weeks ago, but now that's her
Facts.
number
That
one
part.
fan. See that part? I was like, what the
That
hell? Like,
part.
now we all back. Like, this dude is a friend now again. Like, wait a second. But we keep talking about cancel him, cancel him. He's not welcome in this space. But the minute he agrees with your assessment, now all that your manipulator and sweet talking all the dudes, that shit went all out the window. I was so like, yo, what just happened? Like, just stand in your own shit. See, this is weird to me because I've never seen this, in any of the sectors done this way. See, because the beef sector, they gonna tell your ass what it is. We all gang. We hopping on it. You understand? We
Yeah,
all
I
just
see.
like,
Seen
and
that
they will tell
sector.
your look. They so bold with they shit. They will be all up on the panel. Like, guess what? Let's get a flag party going, and everybody mob to whoever they don't like. Flag that, so you know what it is. This shit right here, though, to come across meaning some of the other people, right, as neutral and just trying to kick it, or even whether you're trying to guide whichever part, whether it's Nikki talking to Carrie, and at the same time reaching out to the other person as well, right? Trying to keep the middle ground. So like, let's just resolve it. To go to this next goddamn step. It's hell. Matter of fact, even Spot I mean, damn, Spot got in it trying to be a mediator. Okay, like, yo, Carrie, you sensitive too. I mean, like, damn, keeping it a buck. So it's like, why is nobody just being honest and just saying, hell no, I'm not about to get in this shit the way you want me to, right? And even if you find that person agreeing with you, right, you don't still have to prop them up and now make like they your damn friend. Just say thank you very much, okay? But no, it goes on, and this shit is tiring at this point.
So can I ask a question? I want to ask this question. And I know folks are gonna get tight at me when I ask this damn question, but bump it. Ladies, do you feel that this sector can be fickle in times? Because I've seen
Yes.
so many fickle moments. Like, wait a minute, you recruited, one person recruited all these people to go after another side, and that side did the same, and now the two leaders are friends.
Well,
And now
see,
now
well,
basically they're warring with everybody that was on their side. I
well,
mean,
see, the thing about it is that is it a real was it a real conflict in the beginning sometimes, or is
that
it
part,
was it or
Josephine,
was
ding
it
ding
or was
ding,
it or was it
ding ding.
or was it somebody trying to control how the control the narrative, and then now that they realize they can't control the narrative anymore, that they're better off being with them. Some of it
Ding.
could be artificially created. They might decide that let's cause controversy, and then some of it
Thank
might
you,
be au-
Josephine.
some of it might just be authentic, like we're not all monolithic. We're all different types of black people. So we're all
And,
different types of black people. So when you say that, is the way they resolve issues in the sector is how they resolve issues. But to be honest with you, we all here for the drama. That some of that drama be in.
that guilty pleasure of,
Yeah,
okay, who,
we could be
and I
watching
just,
Love and Hip Hop right now and all, Love and Huntsville and
and
all
I
that
kept on
stuff,
saying
but we're
that would
watching the
be
sector.
that was the second thing I said long time ago. Like, you don't need reality TV anymore. All you need to do is just come over here. And I just want to say real quick, like through all the attacks that I went through and everything I've been through, I do love and appreciate the people who have supported me 10 toes down. So I'm not referring to them, because when they saw what it was, they saw what it was, and it was like, yo, my head was in the fog for a minute, but now I see what I see. And a lot of people I was in conflict with, we was able to mend those fences and move on, you know. So I'm when I say fickle, it doesn't mean everybody in this sector, but as a whole, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we could be
So
very, they could be very fickle, but I'm one of those people that when I leave the sector, um, I don't take it with me. I come back and then I'll just be like, wow, this happened, We just have to learn, a little bit of conflict resolution in the sector. Know the difference between having fun and just know how to you know, when there's
keep
shaping.
it keep keep it
Yeah,
within
well,
those guide
yeah, if
keep
you
it
if
within those guidelines. Like,
right,
I
but if
I
you feel
I roast people, so I don't get mad when I'm talked about. I
right,
don't care less.
but when you
But
get
when
offended,
you but
when
but when you cross certain boundaries that you know in real life you would not be able to
the
cross,
the
but you do
only
it here.
the only boundaries that get technically crossed is when people get doxxed. Okay, so like if you know a lot of personal information about a person and you come online and you start talking about them, they're gonna feel some kind of way, right? So in this sector, what we need to just focus on, like, if you don't support something that a content creator says, I mean, it's good to voice your opinion. I believe everybody should be allowed to voice their opinion. and say, you know what, I don't like this, I don't like this content. I don't like, I don't like that person. We throw tomatoes or whatever. And then what we do next is a little bit of boycott. Like I leave. Like if I see something that I don't like, I leave. There is a couple of content creators
That part.
that have never seen me in their chat. But I watch, but they've never seen me in their chat because I just don't I don't want to roast in their chat. I don't like the way the people are in that chat. It ain't
I
about
don't give them a view. I don't give them a
right.
view.
It ain't about being safe. It's about how disrespectful the people can be towards the person that they decided that they're gonna learn out everything about. So there when they do that, then I leave, and I suggest that everyone do the same thing because when they numbers drop, sometimes they change up. Like for me, I don't mind having low numbers because I'm here for like, just the clowning, a little bit of roasting, whatever. So I'm not here for that. But some of this is some of these people's livelihood. And so they use chats to manipulate people. Like they'll go into another person's chat and have a whole conversation way away from what the topic really is. And they're talking about and trying to trigger the person that might be watching, or have to see if the person looked at the chat to get a reaction. So they'll go into a whole person's chat, right? That has, that person, like let's say, QT is over here watching this YouTube, person. And then the person that has doxed her, did all this stuff to her, they'll go into that chat and they'll start kind of sending like little cold messages, to try to get a reaction. So then QT goes and does a panel discussion about it. And then they got under that person's skin, and they got under QT skin. Or they'll find, people will come and say, yeah, such and such was in this chat. They said, is this true? Are you homeless? Are you this? Are you, oh, they did this to you. And that's how they get content. Oh Lord.
Yep. Because see, because I'm getting
Hold
ready to
on,
drop.
hold
Please,
on,
please
hold on
handle
real
that.
fast.
Please
Hold on
handle
real
that,
fast.
sis. Please handle that, sister. Yeah, and
Uh,
they have content for the rest of the week. Hey, very perspective. What's up, bro? But yeah, they'll have content for the rest of the week off of that type of stuff. And I have seen that
Mm-hmm.
happen. What she just said. And what's crazy
okay.
is happening more and more over here.
Hold on real fast, QT. I had to block Rev G because let me tell you something. Rev G,
Girl, I knew.
don't come over here after you have blocked me because you called me a troll, and then come over here and then think you have a comment. Don't come over here. Stay where you are. Go stay over there and smoke chat and all those other chats. Thank you. I appreciate that. Continue.
Yeah, but I was
Uh,
saying people have a lot of content from that, and I've noticed it happening over here. It's happening more and more frequent that uh, people do exactly what you just described. They poke and prod at people, you know, and oh, matter of fact, that was another one I thought. I hope Carrie's still here too, and if she's not, then hopefully she'll play this back. But one of the things that's been getting under my skin lately is that you know, what Carrie talked about her reasoning in being here and whatnot, therapeutic, whatever, right? See, I'm a little bothered because it's like if people want to say she has mental issues going on, but then it's like, why is everybody pouncing on someone who has mental issues, right? And then, of
that
course,
part.
there is the
That
flip
part.
side. A person with mental issues keeps coming back and forth, right? So there are different levels to it, absolutely, but it's like the ones that want to be the moral police. It's like, wow, but this is what you're doing to the person because I'm sure you're making the excuse of, well, she keep coming for it, so she gets what she gets. So it's just all kind of craziness. And again, Joe, I really hope that your channel does become a space where, yeah, we can talk about things and we may, just touch on some things, the foolery that's going on, and move on build, you know what I'm saying, to hold each other up, and to definitely call each other out amongst, our community where we know that it's safe to do so and not have to worry about going to posse up somewhere else and then coming for one another. Okay. Hey, Carrie.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to drop down, but I just want to say a couple of things. Hey, very perspectives, and Nikki, the chin checker. What's up, girl? The chin checker. I told her that's gonna be her new name for me, from me, the chin
Hmm.
checker. But I said this long time ago on Binary Show. Us as a people can actually control what goes on in this sector. If you don't like it, then people can stand together as a force and just be like, listen, we're not doing this anymore. Or if you want to do it, keep it on your channel. But us, we don't want to do this no more. It's getting redundant. It's getting stupid. You crossing lines and boundaries that you should never cross. And and that is that. I mean, we actually have more control that we give ourselves. Now, I mean, certain people I feel don't need to be over here, but that's just my opinion. I can't say who can and cannot come over here. That's not my place. But I will say is that if we're feeling this way and tired of certain shit going on, then as a people stand up and like, no, you no. First of all, no outsiders come over here disparaging anybody in our community. That's a whole fact. And if you want this person over here, they keep them on your channel. You know what I'm saying? Just simple thing. I mean, I say it's simple. It's actually a fight, but like I said a long time ago, we can actually control the environment that we're involved in.
Well, I can't
Hmm.
stomach Al's verbal diarrhea so anymore.
Hmm.
So that's just it. That was the end for me. So
Yeah. Well, ladies, y'all have a good one. Thank you for allowing me up here, Josephine. I said I was going to be good. I said I was going to be good.
okay,
I was
you was okay. You
You
did
did. You
okay.
okay.
did all right. You
You
did
did
all
all
right.
right.
So
Thank you.
good to
Thank
see you,
you.
sis.
All right, y'all ladies, y'all have a good one, and we will chat later.
All right.
All
Well,
right, you too.
Bye.
All right, later.
YM's like, I'm okay with being called out by some of y'all, but not all of y'all.
That part.
you know, she said, put some respect
I
on her name.
question about
She's the bot.
coming here for therapy and my mental health, yada yada. And I think that's a good question, and I think this is a forum where I feel it would be appropriate for me to talk about it. So, thank you for the question. Um, so as far as I know, there's only a few people who have been saying that I shouldn't be here because I'm not mentally well. The main one is Al, right? The main person making this complaint that either I shouldn't be coming here for therapy or it's not therapeutic or that if I'm not mentally well, I shouldn't be here. And the thing is, I get up and go to work every day. Like, why is somebody who is unemployed and sits around and does nothing all day fit to give me advice on what I should do and how I can spend my time? Maybe if he had had more creative outlets for his frustrations, he wouldn't be retired and impoverished at the same time, which makes no sense. So, as to whether or not it's therapeutic for me, I've decided that it's have. And as somebody who's been to professional therapy, has a psychiatrist and a psychologist, I think I have the tools, at this point in my life to discern whether or not something has been helpful for me and how even to interact with that thing in a way that's responsible for me. So I have determined that it's therapeutic for me, right? And I think that that's really as much as needs to be said about it. I am a person, I have these issues. Having a mental illness or mood disorder is something millions of people deal with. People in the sector who've been critical of me, I'm sure, probably have the same fucking disorder. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like I said, I go to work every day. I pay my taxes. I don't hurt people. I'm not abusing anybody. I I'm in good financial health, emotional health. I have healthy relationships. I exercise. I eat healthy. So some of these people who want to question my decisions, I really want to, let's open up the books on our lives and see who's in a position to give who advice. Because most of the people making these complaints are fucking losers. I got Al Scarlett, who claims to be a writer, right? Never wrote one.
Wait. Let's roll back now, please. Let's not do that part.
No.
No, keeping it real, because we all are sisters now, and maybe someday we could get to some type of resolution there. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna call it out right now. I don't feel comfortable, honestly, with you going in that direction, because it's been hammered and hammered and hammered.
The thing is, my mental health has only been questioned by these couple of people.
Well, no, I wasn't talking about. I wasn't even specific, because I've heard it a lot.
She was talking
lately
about going into about Scarlett. But let me just say this.
And
I'm gonna reveal.
I'm gonna respect what Cutie once said. I'll make my point in a more general way, even though this person has repeatedly spoken on this about me. I'll say that the people who seem to be expressing this dire concern my mental health also have people who don't want me in the sector for other reasons. And neither of these people has expressed all this great concern for my health, happiness in any other way except for trying to control what I do online. So Al, who's obsessed with me, instead of just stopping to watch my content, thinks he's in a position to tell me that I should not come here. When I want advice from an impoverished shut-in, right, I went out to Al.
Well, I'm not trying to diagnose Al, but I did. It sounds like he has Asperger. But what I wanted to say, Carrie, and I'm just gonna reveal something personal. I'm gonna reveal something personal to you. So I had a best friend. Okay, I had a best friend, and you somewhat remind me of her. We were friends since we were 16 years old, right? And when I say I had, she passed away. Okay, so she was bipolar and she had a lot of, mental health issues and whatever. And she was a free spirit. She was carefree and everything. And I loved her to death. Okay. Loved her to the end. And she ended her life. And what I want you to know is that nobody should make you feel like this is not a space for you, because she was a very social butterfly. And even though sometimes she came off like she was a lot, but she was a lovely person, but she could be a lot. Sometimes she came off as self-centered, but she meant very well. And I would hate to see that this wasn't a space for her to come just because somebody who also has mental illnesses or mental issues is trying to dictate what another person should do. I would protect her to like the bitter end if she was in this space. But I do know this. I know that you're a lot stronger than she was. I know this. I know that you can speak up for yourself. I know that you can stand up with the best of them, because every time you leave, you come back, and you always come back stronger. So I just wanted to point that out to you, so that for a person that doesn't know you, that can see that.
Thank you,
I just wish that she had that in her too. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do, and it took after like a decade of therapy and hard work. And I think, regardless, I'm not gonna sector for like I am. Those are facts, right? But I do know that there are people in the sector who just like me, right? And I think not that I would consider myself a role model, but the thing is, like, I do have my days where my mood is less regulated than others. But I'm not a threat to anybody at my job or society. Just because I have these issues doesn't mean that I'm not fit to participate. It's no different than if I was in a wheelchair. I had to participate in a different way. and I do keep myself healthy. So I think that the people who are genuinely concerned, I appreciate it. I'm doing just fine. And like I said, I have tools to monitor myself that don't really have to do with like people putting comments at me. Um, but when it's people who have expressed the fact that they don't like me and don't want me here, and then try to attack the fact that I've been open about my mental illness with this fake ass concern, that's what I find offensive. Like, if you don't want me here, be woman enough, man enough to just be real, but don't pretend like you care about my issue, especially when, like I said, I mean, it seems to me like I'm functioning at a higher level than some of my critics.
And I want to be clear, me bringing that up, the way I'm seeing it, it's almost like when you just gave that example about the wheelchair thing, right? Because it's like, okay, so it's like, just because you may have been forthwith with that information, right? So it now means you can't operate the way we all operate. You can't be with the fuck shit. You see what I'm saying? No, you can't come in there, Rose. You can't, because then you turn around. This is what I'm getting, right? With those comments and the way people are talking. It's like, oh, when it comes back around, that's what they want to throw out.
Right.
You know, that this is why she's like this. This is what it just, it can't just be that you just want to damn keep hammering the nail just because you want to. And that was my whole point. You see what I'm saying?
That is this person who I won't name who keeps doing something to offend me. And it's
but I'm saying it's not just her, babe. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She's not the only person. That's what I'm saying. It's a snowball effect now. That's why I want to bring it to your attention, so that in the event, right, you start seeing that type of stuff, you just have to figure out how you're going to deal with it, whether it's let it roll off or whatever, because it's literally not just her. That's why I brought it up.
Well, it's definitely mainly her. And the thing is, it's like you slap me and I cry, and then you call me crybaby.
Here's the deal, and I hope Scarlett's listening, because she needs to remember this. But I remember when Sexy Star kept blocking Scarlett in Max's chat. And so I was in binary one day and I told her, I was in Star one day and I had Star make them both mods. So that if they were going to go back and forth, right, that they couldn't block each other. And that's what happened. And then I told her, like, okay, Max will mod you, because Sexy could not stand Scarlett. And Scarlett and Sexy Star both kept going back and forth, back and forth in Stargate, until they just kind of got tired of going back and forth. But they both were mods. And I remember that. And so I do agree with Carrie Ann to a certain extent, because if Photon would have just made them both mods, then they could, somebody gonna give.
I didn't want to get mine.
Right, I know. But that would have been my way of handling that. Or either neither one would have been mods, or one, but Photon, his content is based on controversy and drama. And so once people realized that Scarlett had this effect on the sector, she became a narrative and a story to spin. And she went, I don't know if she knows, but she went along with it. And then now it's all this back and forth. But I wonder how Scarlett felt when she kept getting blocked, because she kind of made this comment that, well, I just leave. But that's not the case. That did not happen. She did it. She was in the same vulnerable position you were in. Well, and nobody remembers that. But see, that's why I'm the chat sector. I remember everything.
Come through, girl, with that memory.
The rooms where she was able to do that. And what I'm say is, it's not so much about people like her, but they want to do is attack me when I either react or try to get my way, same way they try to get their way. They want to either call me manipulative or toxic or crazy. And it's like, you could have just sat over there and ate your food, right? But if you do some shit to me and I react, that's not me being crazy. That's you getting what you get. So I mean, to the extent that I'm like not gonna let this do this to me to where I'm actually really angry getting off the internet. That's what I'm not gonna do. But if you piss me off and I could go live and roast you for 10, 15 minutes, get all my stress out, it was kind of fun anyway, and gone about my day, fine. And I want to say this about Scarlett, the same way I did about Stargate. This is just YouTube for me. I don't like that woman. But it's not like I would actually you know, fight her or some shit, or wouldn't. I mean, I'd be more likely to help Stargate than Scarlett, you know what I'm saying? But it's not just, I'm not gonna allow her to block me for no good reason. And it's not.
And I agree with that. She does block you for no good reason, and I agree with you 100%. But I just wanted to give you the history that she was in your shoes at some point, and that she felt she was in the same position. So it's the pot calling the kettle black. When I see she's doing that to you, I'm like, wasn't you? But I never got on the panel because I can't get on full-time panel. He's annoying. But I never got on the panel, so I was like, you know what? When I go live, I'll address that, because
wild to me how she's managed to finesse this thing to where she goes around blocking people, and unless they silently take whatever she does to them,
they probably has private conversation with the content creators on the back end, and that's just something that they do. So they allow her to do that, and I think that's what it is. And it's like and I think that we will never know the level of relationship that they really have to allow.
About that, and that's why I told Photon this last time, because allegedly he thought making me an authorized user, allegedly there was a misunderstanding, and as long as she doesn't have a wrench, I'll keep going over there. But I've gone through as much of that as I'm going to go through with them. Like either she doesn't have a wrench or I'm not coming over there, and I really don't care either way.
I know you don't.
Yeah. I got a question. Is there any way that down the line in the future, Carrie, that like wherever you show up or whatever, and she happens to be there, like you could just actually just enjoy the person's channel that you're on and just not even, because you can block her too and you don't have to see anything that she's writing. You do know that, right?
Well, I enjoy roasting her.
Okay, then no. Okay, all right. Shit, there go my answer.
QT, what you have to understand is that if they're unblocked, like so Scarlett will start with Carrie, right? And they go back and forth. But what she's doing is that she's using the mod to, like, they're not on an equal playing field. It's like she got a back behind her back.
It's like once Scarlett have enough, she's like, blink, let me block you.
Yeah, instead of going back and forth and just engaging in that,
And then she played victim. So the thing is, if you're going to call me crybaby, that's fine. That's why I have a platform. If you do it again, I'm going to just go live again and remind the sector how little you've contributed in your time here. But look, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. Thank you for that.
No, you said you was coming back, though, to discuss the protection. Or are you just going to do it on your live?
I'm going to do a separate live. I think that deserves a whole discussion. I want to hear what all the ladies think. I want to get to the bottom of that. I'm probably going to name the live something like, do we deserve protection? Because I think that's this whole, we shouldn't expect it here and there and there. I want to dig into that. So yeah, give me some.
Oh, look, I got a whole bunch of protection. You see my e-boos? You got to get you some e-boos. I got to show you how that works.
I'm working. Well, I had a little bit of love. I had a little bit of support. Got to get better and quit for them to do worse.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you. Excellent live, Josephine. So proud of you. Keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Carrie.
Bye. QT is just us.
Girl, it's gonna be just you. Let's see if you can hold this thing down by yourself.
Look, how long have I been on here?
Girl, for your first live, okay, it's going on 2.5 hours. Damn, you did the damn thing.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. I really do. But I just wanted to reiterate why, if nobody remembered why, and let me go back to my disclaimer real quick.
Blah 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 blah.
That is my disclaimer, but I had to block Rev G for many reasons. And one of them was because he has attacked people in my chat and my panel. That will come on my panel, have been in my chat, have caused a lot of chaos and confusion, have sent emails, have done a lot of things in the sector that I don't agree with. And then he blocked me and said I was a troll. But now that he realized I'm not a troll, now he wants to visit my channel. Sir, you are blocked. Now, if you come back with a troll name, you're still going to be blocked. Okay, that's all I want to say.
And isn't he with the person who we don't want to be discussing and having those issues with?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure because I'll be getting them names mixed up because I thought it was just the RG. Now I've seen the rainbow thing. So yeah, I'm so glad because look, when I saw it, I'm like, I think that's who it is. That's why I was like, sis, get that, because I thought we just discussed that we don't want none of that. We this is, she's not going to be content, and by him being here, that would mean she's content. No, we don't need that. So hey, Nikki, and I could drop down now that Miss Nikki is back, so you don't be alone. But girl, this was good. This is a good first showing, 2.5 hours. You're awesome. Everyone that came up and contributed, this was awesome, and much respect. And I got your back, and we gonna do this again. Hope we ain't got to bang on nobody no time soon.
Exactly.
All right, bye, ladies.
Hey, Nikki, welcome back. Welcome back.
What it is, what it is, what it do, what it ain't, and what it will never be, which is a place for Rev G to come and prop his whack ass. Like I couldn't believe that he had the audacity to come over here. Like, really, dude.
I was shocked he found my channel because
Like, go
remember?
take the Tooth Fairy. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm a troll, remember? I don't understand why he came over here.
Right, and I'm a hypocrite, remember?
Yeah, and
I support criminals, remember?
And he blocked me, and I wasn't even disrespectful to him. I just told him I just voiced my opinion one day. And so I noticed that he had blocked me, but other people can see him. Now, I don't mind because at the same time, I only play sensitive only when Spottom's around.
Oh, but, girl, you sensitive. You be crying and whatnot before the next show goes on. You got went and bought stock in Kleenex and whatnot so that you can get ready for the next one. That's why you so quiet down in the chat. Crying and shit. So.
Yeah, but the last thing I'm gonna let him do is bring all that negativity over here. This chat is about, we roast, we gonna have fun, we gonna, we might even go back and forth. Mm-hmm. However, what I'm not gonna do is let anybody that attacked you or anybody else sit in my chat and try to give us advice on how to be women.
That's right. So Loose Booty can go on back over to where he belongs.
That's correct. So
Loose Booty Snaggertooth, like, get the fuck on. I can't like the audacity. But I just wanted to come up to say thank you for just mentioning my name in a positive light. Again, I'm humbled by some of the things that you felt that I've had a small impact on. Because again, I have been accused of doing some things and attacked. And it's like, if people really know or knew how much I don't care about a lot of things, and that it's more of a challenge for me to care and to be engaged in things of that nature, then, some of the things they would just really keep to themselves or just one up me. But, I did want to say something about the whole Ebu thing. Make sure you choose wisely because, it ain't fun getting dissed and all that other shit. And then, you got some people that after they dish you, they want to go on other people's panels and call you fake and all this other bullshit. And I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but you gotta vet your Ebus. You gotta.
Well, sometimes people just pick you. So again, I don't want to be picked.
yeah, we gotta pick them. Yeah, we gotta.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah, I don't want to be picked anymore. So please don't. I don't want any more shots.
Okay.
Shot my way. But no, just wanted to once again congratulate you. This has definitely been a long time coming. And, it didn't take you long to figure out that, there is a space for you. And as you said earlier on, about enlarging the circle, so to speak, because it was getting very, very small and stifling. So, I'm excited about it. Sometime in December, I will be going live myself on my own platform. So, I definitely need your support with that, as well as anyone else who will come over. Those who don't, again, it's all good. This is not paying my bills. I don't need it to pay my bills, etc. And I'm not paying anybody else's bills. So again, all my cash apps and all the super chats and whatnot, that's a wrap. So look, you ain't got to tell me but once you don't want my money. So so I'm just excited for you and all of the conversations that have been going on in the chat. Again, just positive energy. And this is stuff that we could have been doing all along in everybody's, even with the fuckery. Like, we can all laugh and roast and have a good time. Personal attacks. Again, that's when I got to go to the trunk and get out the hoodie and the Timbs. And trust me, it goes everywhere I go.
I heard that. So, well.
And it ain't rainbow colored, but I will. I do not discriminate. 9 to 99, you can get it. You get this word.
I hear you. Woo,
well, man! I'm telling you what. What's her name did last night? 1 second up in this bitch.
Oh yeah. He was. Listen, he's getting
Wait a minute.
Here.
And then you gave him a speech while he was in. He's like, no, you will not come over here because you have blocked me.
Yeah, you gonna have to get up on out of here. No, he had to get up on out of here. I'm not playing those games. And it didn't take that long too. I was wondering, like, who is gonna be the first troll that show up over here? And guess who it was?
But I couldn't believe he dropped in here. Like, really, out of all the places that you could have, your loose booty could have fallen out. You know what I'm saying? Why you fall out over here?
And the thing about it is that I'm advertised. My panel is advertised to only people that he don't even support. So that don't even make any sense. So I guess he's following people he don't like.
I mean, again, loose booty. I cannot. Like, go on somewhere. Go somewhere and tighten up. Like, I can't. I cannot. But yes, I appreciate, any positive thing that anybody's ever said about me. Again, it's humbling. And even if it's disingenuous, it's humbling. So, yeah, even if it's disingenuous, it's humbling. I don't force myself on anybody. And trust me, I always have something else to do because I actually like me and I don't get bored easily. So with that being said, again, congratulations, sis. Very, very, very proud of you and looking forward to more and more shows.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
On our way to being monetized. Here we go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, how quick can we get there?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it right here. So I'm going to end this live. And thank you. I appreciate everybody that came and checked it out. Go ahead and like and comment if you like. Just positive energy here. And yeah, there will still be some roasting. So I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. All right. So you guys have a great night. But before I let you go, I got to do it.
Hold on. That's what my channel was. It's up under my name. It's Nikki Proctor -Walden.
All right.
But go ahead. What you got to do? How you going to end this? With the blah, 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 blah?
No. I'm going to end it with this. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Bye, everybody.